When you're being selective about the opportunities and some of the value names in this part of the world, which ones do you seem more likely to be able to survive the patchiness in the recovery?
Yeah, well, I think for the markets, we believe that more advanced countries within Asia that has shown the ability to contain pandemic, the COVID virus relatively well and have quite decent hospital capacities. I think those are safer places to be, and I actually believe that the recent corrections on some financial names in countries like Korea might be an opportunity where you might want to start looking and start to gradually add. We don't think this turn can happen very quickly, but we do like the prices right now, and if it goes down more, then I think that will mean really interesting opportunity for the investors.
What are the opportunities you see in Korea then? You've said that the cyclical rotation is doing pretty well and that there are lots of undervalued companies there.
Yeah, so for the first half, year to date, the cyclical names have really performed well, whereas we think that more steady structural growth names have actually lagged. So we actually believe, in the individual names, we can really find those companies, especially in the technology and, advanced material sectors where you can see companies really having a very, strong structural growth runways, such as in semiconductor localization and also in EV batteries. So that's one area where I think, the companies are very interesting in terms of the fundamentals, but yet the valuation is trading around 15 times earnings, so very reasonable compared to other parts of the world, and and also in more idiosyncratic opportunities in certain areas such as education or pharmaceutical companies, we see very convincing ideas for the long term. So I think those are the areas. And then in a bigger area, we still like the Korea semi names, although we do see it could be, a little bit challenging for the next few months. But, I think going to next year, we think we like the name.
What is your conviction in ASEAN countries? Because, of course, they have really lagged when it comes to vaccination and containing the virus. This GTV chart on the Bloomberg showing really the divergence between, say, the Singaporean market versus the underperformance of the Philippine market.
Yes. So ASEAN market is a country. I think you have to be really quite cautious at the moment, just because of the capability of those countries to be able to contain the COVID very effectively. But again, if you are a long-term investor, I do see that perhaps the opportunity is starting to rise because of the lowered prices. And if you find companies that can, weather, that has the capacity and the financial capability to weather those, pandemic, I think that's an opportunity. In addition, there are some companies that actually benefit from the COVID, such as some companies that actually has a fintech business in addition to the traditional banking business. And in that case, you are actually seeing a very big growth on the fintech business because of the COVID. And if there is a improvement in the COVID, your traditional banking business will improve. So there is a little bit of a hedge on the both side, and you can still ride on the structural growth wave.
Right.
So I think that's a way to approach some of these ASEAN companies.